I will. Van Bill brothers getting the pins. Exciting for you guys?
Yeah, that's anytime you see a fall at this level, it's pretty exciting. Helps the pin pool. It's good. It's good. Put somebody on their back, get off the mat, finish it, and move on. So it's good for these guys.
For both of them to do it in the same night, though, kind of cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. I didn't even think about that, but I guess they're sitting here for a reason. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mike, to stay on that, Eric kind of said that your brother took the spotlight. I mean, you got the pin, and he had to kind of follow up.
Yeah, definitely. Every match, I just try to go out there, get as many points as I can, and then he comes up and follows. So it's a good duo.
Scott, if you let me get a little big picture here. Last time you faced Hofstra 3 years ago, 845 fans at the College Ave gym.
Yeah.
Does that kind of take you back and put some perspective on how far this program's come?
Yeah, it does. We were sitting there. I was talking with Coach Leo about that. There was I think that was a pretty tough night too. They kind of put it on us. If I remember,
33-6.
We won.
Yes.
Okay, so then maybe 2 years before that they beat us in college. I remember Dan Hopkins and Winston's those days. I just remember that for some reason them beating us at College Ave Gym, and then here we are now, and we've come a long way. There's no question about it. There's a long way to go still. That's a good program. It's a different school. It's a small school on Long Island with a great wrestling tradition. He'll do a good job of getting that thing better. He works really, really hard. Coach P works really, really hard at what he does. So, yeah, it's come a long way for us for sure, and we like wrestling Hofstra. It's a good Long Island, New Jersey type thing.
John, you gave a takedown, I think, at the beginning. Stuff kind of changed for you? Is it a slow start or?
I don't know. I think in all the matches that I wrestled, I usually have a tough time just getting a feel of the guy. But as soon as that first score goes, I usually get rolling. I remember there was a match last year at the Big Ten's, the first match. Goodale especially said you got to get going quick here. Don't be standing around. So I start standing around. He gets the first takedown, and immediately I start rolling from there. And then ended up having a good tournament. So I mean, that's kind of something that's been happening. Obviously, I want to fix that, but it's not terrible if I can get rolling after that. So.
Coach, how impressed have you been with Michael stepping up so far this season for Anthony?
Not surprised. Very, very talented. I think the biggest thing, and I said this earlier, somebody outside, has really been consistency. It's been consistency, and part of that's on us. We're preparing for certain guys, and we kind of get in his head. And I just use the Lockhaven kid as an example. It's all about the Lockhaven kid and not about what he can do. So maybe that's a little bit on us too, but not surprised. Super, super talented, extremely explosive, exciting to watch. Knew he'd be very, very successful. He's got a long way to go to get where we want to go, and he knows that. The biggest thing's been consistency, and now it's starting. You can see it starting to happen. Even at the Midlands, he didn't finish the way he wanted, but then he comes back and he's starting to really put some things together. So beating some good guys too. So I'm not surprised by it. He's going to have a really, really good career here.
And Michael, how are you feeling so far this season?
I'm feeling good. I just want to keep moving forward. Happy with the wins, but not satisfied, and I got a long road to go. So back to the drawing board.
Mike, just to get back on that pin, you almost pinned him in the first period. Did you kind of make it an emphasis to pin him again? Or
yeah. I mean, every match, you just kind of try to look for the best position, in each situation. So I saw the position, got the fall, and worked out fine for me. So.
Scott, Richie, 4 straight win at 165. Just what have you seen out of him in that team today?
He's good. He's good. He's got to keep wrestling that tempo, that pace, keep scoring. He's good. He's got some big ones coming up, so we're excited for it. I know he is, so we look forward to it, but this is kind of where we thought he'd be.
You guys have some big ones coming up just generally as a team. I mean, you feel like you have the momentum you want right now?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is a heck of a challenge coming up. It's a heck of a challenge for us. Nebraska has always been a really good match between us and Nebraska. It's a road trip, and this is where our team, this is where you really got it. Right now you're in the middle of January, so the whole country, there's guys that are going to start feeling sorry for themselves about the travel, about their weight, and we've normally done a really good job of locking in on the task at hand, and that's what we got to do. There's adversity right now, right? We got to wake up really, really early. We got to jump on a plane. We got to get out to Lincoln. Who knows what the weather is out there? We got to train. We got to get our weight off, and then we got to face a really, really good squad. That's Big Ten wrestling. And you got to face it and embrace that adversity, and there's no feeling sorry for yourself, and that's the challenge for us right now. And the guys who feel sorry for themselves ultimately won't be successful, and that just doesn't go for Rutgers guys. That goes across the country. This is the toughest part of the season, mid-January, with big matches coming up, and That's kind of my mindset right now. Let's get these guys back to the hotel. Let's get some food in them. Let's get a good night's sleep. Let's get on that plane and get ready to go.
How difficult is that? Because I think you have 2 weekends coming up where you're one place, you gotta fly or vice versa.
It's difficult if mentally you think it's difficult. And I've always said this, and the guys who have wrestled for me in the past, just wrestle. Just wrestle. We're gonna get you to the arena, and it might be trains, planes, and automobiles to do it. Just wrestle. Be prepared to wrestle. And that's it. If you use that as an excuse, you're gonna be on the wrong end of it. And then it's even a longer ride home. So just wrestle. That's the mindset.
To jump on that question, last week after the UNC match, we went down to wrestle at an open down in Millersville, and we do this team psych session with one of Donnie's friends, and Suriano brought up one time in that session, he likes to go into this Zen mode type thing where he doesn't have a feeling about anything, no emotion towards something. Like, that's the mat, that's the ref, this is my opponent, it's just, those are the factors. So if you look at it like that, it gets a lot easier. Like, all right, plane, all right, workout, win, move on. If you look at it more like that, it gets easier.
John, how important is it to have the mindset, because you guys have to focus on Sunday, whereas everyone here is already thinking about Penn State?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know why they would be thinking about Penn State already, because
Well, it's sold out.
Yeah, well, I understand, but Nebraska's going to be a very good match as it is. So I would expect people to be excited for Sunday. Obviously, it's only a day and a half away at this point. It's going to be a lot of exciting matchups, so I don't think we should be looking past anybody. Obviously, we're excited for Penn State too, but it's one match at a time. So I would hope that they all tune in for that Nebraska match first.
All good? Thanks, guys.